Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? This is my very first YouTube live video, and I'm so ecstatic. I'm so excited for this opportunity to share with y'all some of what one experiences and everything else that's going to come along with it. I don't know if you can hear me, so type in the newsfeed if you can hear me or not. If not, then I don't know. I'm gonna have to start over. But this is my very first YouTube live. So definitely let me know if you can hear. I'm gonna, yeah, I got everything up. I tested it. I think everything I was supposed to do. So yeah, let me know if you can hear. All right. Um, but yeah, so driving in New York City. Driving in New York City is easy. I am at work, so if you hear any noise in the background, it's because I'm at work. Um, Driving in New York City is not easy. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people can't stand it sometimes. But it's really not that bad once you get used to the roads and when you get used to the drivers. Sometimes it can be frustrating. Sometimes it could be then you get pulled over by the cops. Um, but there are a couple of things that you need to know. So I'm going to start from the basic rudiments. Getting your license. Getting your license. Getting your order to drive legally in New York City by yourself. That's the term, a definition that I got as part of the license. Is that a protocol, a step of, it's a foundational step that you need to get in order to drive in New York City by yourself. If you do not have that license, you cannot drive in New York City by yourself. That was hard to say. All right. So let's digest that and let's understand that. If you don't have your license, you cannot drive in New York City by yourself because you're not able to legally drive. But you know who is? Someone 21 years or older that has their license and that maybe know the steps and the rudiments of the world and the New York City drivers, so they're able to take it. Now, I know a lot of people that's 18 drive by themselves and they don't even have their license. I know there's people that's 21. Hell, there's people that 30 that don't even have their license but drive in New York City. Stop. I got one thing to tell you. Stop borrowing your mother's car. You're holding up traffic. All right, cool. With that being said, um, it's a form in order in order to drive in New York City by yourself. It's the foundation. Permit, license, permit, license, permit, license. But let me go to the license. So after you get your permit, after you finish that step, I'm not going to go through all that step with you. You ought to go to a school. You ought to go to a school, get your 5-hour certificate. Um, get your 5-hour certificate, and then you schedule your first class. Whether you get a package deal from them or whatever suits you, whether you get a package or whether you get the one-on-one basics things that they have, whatever best suits you, whatever your money financially. Listen, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do with your money, but you ought to do one of those things. Um, but yeah, so with that being said, with that being said, um, all to do after you do that, you have an instructor. The instructor There are different ones. There are different ones that are going to probably teach you how to drive and what not to do, and they're going to tell you what to do, and they're just going to badger you pretty much per se about the driving techniques. Some you got nice one, you got strict one. Luckily, mine, me was a nice one. I ended up with a couple of different ones. I've been driving since November, so I am not a professional, but I am a expert when it comes to knowing what to do because a lot of y'all be stuck in traffic and and, and y'all be driving like at 18 miles per hour when the traffic is supposed to be driving at 25. So we're gonna get to all of the experience. We're gonna get from beginning to the ending, and I guarantee you, once you get to that ending part, you are going to love it. And then on top of that, you're gonna be like, "What? You did all that?" I'm like, "What? No, I didn't do all that. You did all that." Because you're gonna be doing all that. Promise you. But anyway, um, just remember this in my next video is it good to be risky but safe while doing it. So just remember that. I'm gonna tell you why in future video. But anyway, um, get it after you get your license. I mean, sorry, I ain't even go through nothing yet. And I'm talking about a license. I, man, this God help me. Anyway, so you get into that car, you buckle your seatbelt. The reason why I'm going in fast because I already did it and there was no sound. I was so mad. Anyway, you buckle your seatbelt, boom, ding. Buckle your seatbelt. Make sure your hand is this way, like you're holding a sandwich. You want to make sure that that hand is right, either right here or right here. Some people, let's tell you, is right here. And it's whatever. Do it however they tell you, depending on who your instructor is. That's it. Then you ought to start your car. Now, your instructor may tell you something different. They may tell you to look at your all five blind spots, which I would do third. But look at your all five blind spots. One, your upper mirror. Two, that some of y'all ladies are gonna be doing your makeup in. That's the upper mirror. Two, cause let me tell y'all this, cause nobody gonna be looking at the side mirrors talking about trying to cute today for my date. No, y'all gonna be looking at that upper mirror right in the center. So two two side mirrors, that upper mirror that's right in the center. Then you got your two blind spots that's in back of you that you're gonna be looking at. So when you see those two blind spots, you ought to say, "Oh, is there any cars coming? Is there any car next to me?" That's basically what that blind spot is saying. Are there any cars next to me? Are there any cars that I don't see that are in my two mirrors that I cannot look at and I cannot see? That's what those blind spots that the instructor and the tester that is going to give you the test are saying. So anyway, so either you turn on the car or they're going to tell you to look at your 1, 2, 3, 4 in back, 5 in back. They're going to tell you what the blind spots are. Obviously, I'm not in the car, but um, so so look at those stuff, and then you're going to end up driving. Then you're going to start the car. Boom. All right. Put your foot on the brake. This is what I did on my test, and I did not know how to start the car. You're going to put your foot on the brake. You're going to twist the key. You're going to make sure that key is start up. You're going to twist it twice. Now, obviously, it's depending on what car, but you're going to twist the key. If you do not know how to start that car, ask your instructor to teach you from top to bottom of what to do because 9 times out of 10 the instructor will come to you and they will already have the car running. If they already had that car running, ask your instructor, can you turn off the car so you can start it yourself? That way, when you go on that test, you already have a clear view of what to do and how to do it, and the length of time period to do it in. So anyway, start the car. Boom, boom. Now the car is on. What do you do next, JJ? Well, I'll tell you what you do next. You're gonna put it in reverse. Now, some people would like to twist it, and then they'd be like, "Oh, wait. No, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna just put it in reverse. That's all you're doing. If a car is behind, in front of you, you're gonna put it in reverse. If a car is not in front of you, you're not gonna put it in reverse. That's just simple. If you have enough room to go out, some instructor will tell you to go to turn this way first, back out, turn this way, because the car will be coming this way when you back out, and then go. But then you have to check your blind spots again. Make sure you check your blind spots 2 times before you leave that parking spot. That's once before you turn on the car or after you turn on the car, and 2 before you leave that parking, literally before you leave that parking spot. Because here's the thing, you want to make sure your behind is covered. If your behind is not covered, a car can run into you. Now, if you check that blind spot and a car is coming, you do not leave that car. You do not leave that parking spot. You do not leave. Because that would be your behind and that would be your license. Of course, you could take it again, I think. I don't know. But that would be you and your license. You use your discretion, but here's the thing that kills me with experienced drivers. They would dare see a car coming. I could be close as a rock, and they dare would leave that parking spot. If I wanted to, I could speed up. If I'm not driving at the minimum speed rate, which is 25 miles per hour, and if I was driving at 18, and if I wanted to, I could speed up. And if I hit that car, it would be that car's fault. You know why a lot of cars get into an accident coming out of a parking spot is because, or coming out of a entryway or whatever the case may be, is because they don't check their blind spots, or yet they don't check when the car is coming, or they think they could beat it. And that's not 9 times out of 10 true. They can't beat it. Because if I stop suddenly and I mess up my car, I'm blaming you. Especially if I had the right of way. If I had the right of way and I thought I was going to hit you, and I'm driving at my normal rate, 25 miles per hour, and you choose, if I'm right here and you trying to if I'm right here and you try to move past me and you think you could beat me, and I'm this close, you would be at fault. So make sure you check that blind spot before you end up leaving, especially on a new job. Don't worry, I'm going to teach y'all the wrong way in a minute in the future videos that people do. So make sure y'all do that. End up going out. But we're going to figure out what to do next time. I'm going to teach you right turn signals, left turn signals, turning, going straight. Make sure you keep that hand in 10 to going straight. Keep your foot on the brake. Keep your foot on the gas. Keep your make sure that everything is safe. You never know. I'm going to teach y'all the safe way before I get to the experience. Because in my next video, we're going to talk about going straight and turn signals. And don't worry, because I got a lot more to say. We'll be right here tomorrow around 3:30. I started late today because of the time, but definitely hit me up. All right, JJ, be on your best behavior because we know you ain't got none. I am out.